today. From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Miami Dolphins. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Throwing to start here is Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. That's pulled in at the 32. Able to slither by. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by a 2nd-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Seahawks at 14-2 heading into this final week. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. First here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for the first. Now the ball comes loose. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And that'll be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Gonna look deep for Wilson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Locke. He finds his man, complete. That's Holloway. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. Now it's Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Miami set to take over. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
He's got a man complete. The 40, 20. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Open man is Waddle, complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 52 yards. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles? He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. On his his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Tua now on first down. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. Tua, a final shot before half. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. Dalvin Cook has scored a touchdown there. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jahan Dotson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. The Bears trying to finish that one off and claim victory. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. He's thrown for nearly 300 yards already as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They run right side with Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run again with Hunt. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 37. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Looking to pass. Tua. That one complete to Hill. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Patterson's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Takes it at the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive.
Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call. And out comes the challenge flag. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So good decision there by Mike McDaniel to throw that challenge flag. They rule in his favor.
Block off of play action. Out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holloway.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, Locke. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 39 yards.
And the Seahawks will add on to their lead of the 3rd. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
2nd and 8 coming up.
On play action, here's Tua. Rolling to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Tua to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd
touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you say, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get them.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
DK Metcalf, 44 yards. And the Seahawks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. Now Myers for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tua going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A lot going to throw it here. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Block now on first down. Steps away. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Seahawks,
it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with a sterling 15-2 record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Miami,
it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.